Welcome into another episode of the Delco Duo. I'm Monica crying.
And I'm the other half of the Delco Duo, temporary half. I'm Kelsey Fabian, in for Jenna.
And we love having you. Thank you so much for joining us. Okay, so we've got a fun show because it is technically our St. Patrick's.
I totally missed the memo. Sorry about that.
You did.
I'm not Irish, to be fair. So
Wild.
I know.
That's wild to be from this area and not Irish.
Well, Lancaster County is technically where I'm from. I feel like
Are you German?
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yes.
To be from Lancaster and to be German.
Yes, it does.
All right, so there you go. That covers it. I am the Irish.
So happy that you're
and
repping.
Italian. Irish
Which
and
makes
Italian.
a lot of sense
Yes.
for this area.
So I got my
Monica's
Irish.
true Delco. I'm transplant Delco. You know, there's a difference.
Yep. So got my kiss me, I'm Irish. But this weekend, I feel like everybody's celebrating. We got a lot of the parades. We talked about it. The parades either already happened or are happening tomorrow. So it's just a fun weekend, and I absolutely love it.
Yeah, and I won't even actually be here for St. Patrick's Day. I'll be celebrating in the Bahamas. My flight's
Oh
Sunday.
my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm so jealous of you. But not really, because here St. Patrick's Day is so fun. So you're missing out. Haha. But have a green icy drink on me.
Yeah, I'm actually wondering, will they do anything? Obviously, I'm
They
sure there's
do.
plenty of Americans at the resort. So yeah,
The resorts love living it up on American holidays.
well, we'll see how much I live it up. You know, I like to just read with my book.
Can't with you. I really can't. You really don't know how to party at an all-inclusive resort.
I used to. It's just I'm past it now. You know.
Okay. All right, let's get right now to the debrief. So this is one of my favorite times of the year in terms of the Delco Duo. Have you ever been a part of the Delco Duo for March?
Oh, you're
March Madness?
I know you guys always do it, and I've obviously know that you've done diners, all the different things, but no, I've never actually participated.
Okay, so we've got our March Madness, and usually Jenna and I will ask kind of what people want to do. And I have been hemming and hawing. Maybe next year we'll do burgers, but
Okay.
we kind of did food last year, or we did diners.
Yes.
And that was great. People loved that.
Yeah.
And it was great. We've done pizza past years. So I kind of felt like we had been doing a lot of food-based things. And so finally, with the PGA coming up in Newtown Square, I did golf courses.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to tell my husband to vote on this one.
Right?
Yeah.
So here we go. First up, first round, Paxton Hollow and Concord.
my husband literally golfed there yesterday.
Which one?
Paxton Hollow. Yep. A nice sun 70-degree day. Couldn't go without it, you know?
I love it. I did think CJ was going to love this. Spring Haven and McCall, Rolling Green and Valley View, Radnor Valley and Overbrook, both in Villanova. So I did try and do them based on areas first.
Okay.
Then we've got Aronimink and White Manor, both in Newtown Square, Lanark and Marion, Havertown Ardmore, Springfield Country Club and Springfield Township. There's apparently a golf course, Springfield Township. I'm not familiar. Then you've got golf course at Glen Mills and Clayton Park Golf Course.
Okay. That's
You're
a fun
welcome.
one.
I
That is a fun
actually
one.
think Delco might have exactly 16. I'm sorry if I missed yours, but I really feel like I looked at a map.
Yeah.
I looked on websites. I looked on, this, that, and the other thing. And I feel like I collected exactly 16 golf courses.
I love that for you. You should have honestly asked me to ask
Yeah.
CJ, because when we are driving somewhere, if he can drive past a golf course and just eye it up, we will take that way. It might take us a few minutes longer to
way.
get so. Yes, especially Marion. He is dreaming
yes.
of golfing at Marion, and he will do anything in his power to drive past it.
Marion's first one, I think, is Lanark. That's going to be a tough one.
Well, and
'Cause that's a
Lanark
good
is
one.
and Lanark is close to us, and that's
Yeah.
he's also hoping that he could be there one day.
So this will be an interesting first round, but I'm very excited. I definitely think you're going to have your classics up against each other.
Or maybe you have some surprises in there.
Yeah, because I think people,
And you're a golf girly now.
I am a golf girly, so, but I'm a golf girly in the fact that I've only golfed at three of these, and I don't belong to any, but Spring Haven's become my de facto one, so
okay.
go Spring Haven. We'll see. we'll see. And yes, I'm interested to see what CJ thinks. I hope he votes.
I have no opinions, but I'll be interested just because I know a lot about the golf courses, more than I'd like to know. Just because of my husband, I'll be interested to see how they do.
Yeah, so please get out there and vote. And how you're going to be able to do this is I post it on my Instagram. Each slide is a round, so it'll be, like I said, first up Paxton Hollow versus Concord, and then you vote one that you like. So either Paxton or Concord. And then next one up would be then Spring Haven versus, which one did I do? McCall. And then we'll go to the next round next week. So it goes week by week by week. And then it, obviously like a bracket, it narrows down to the last week, and we'll see who wins.
Fun?
Fun.
Well, and last year you guys ate at the diner that won. So now are you going to golf at the golf course that wins?
Oh, Kelsey, I did not even think about that.
Right?
I did not even think about that, but you know what we'll have to do? Because I know you don't golf, but I'll have to go with Tate.
I love a driving range, but golfing actually.
Yeah, we could do a driving range with you guys, but I could go with Tate, CJ, Eugene, and me. That foursome right there.
Foursome.
That's a good Delco foursome right there.
One of the boys.
Yeah, I am. I really am. All right, let's get to our first issue. I recently started dating this girl who I really like. From the beginning, she's told me about her dancing hobby. I'm interested in it, but don't know much about it until she took me out one night. What I saw was much more sensual than I think I was comfortable with. How do I bring it up to her without sounding insecure?
I'm interested. Is this a hobby as in like she like goes to dance classes, or she just likes to like go out dancing?
I think she goes out dancing. You know how like I've told you
like,
my sister?
She's bumping and grinding and he doesn't like it?
No. My guess is it's like the bachata, like those that not like salsa,
but like that.
But you know how salsa
maybe,
isn't
maybe
necessarily
like
as sensual.
Belly dancer or something? I don't know.
No. I took it as like bachata and salsa, but
Gotcha,
like
that type of
when it
hobby.
really
Understand.
slows down and they start. Let me tell you something. I get it. It can look really sensual.
Yeah.
But it's not.
Yeah.
It's not what you think. They're just.
And a lot of
It's a
times those are
hobby.
like, and they're cultural. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? Like
it's
a lot of
cultural.
times that is like it's yes, I agree with you.
And if you
not
can't get
necessarily
into
personal.
it, yeah. If you can't be down with it, that's their culture, and you're going to be really
or it's not
against her
personal,
culture.
and like whoever the partner is, or if they're performing around people, they're not being extra sexy for
No.
that reason. It's because they're enjoying it. It's fun. That's the vibe.
They're good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The better they
Use
are
it
at
as
that,
a turn on, if anything.
right.
Nolan?
You're like, wow, she's really good at that. And I would take a few lessons. I would. And she won't care that you're not good at it. She'll just be excited that you got interested in her hobby and that you can kind of try and do it. Yes, at one point she'll be like, hey, would you mind? I'm going to go, stop dancing with you for 2 seconds and go with the guy who's really, really good.
But
because
then
that's,
you also can dance with someone else.
yeah, and then you can dance with someone else. It's just a hobby, and it's something, like you said, that culturally she has been doing for years now, and it's something that she loves to do. I would not be intimidated by it and think that that's...
And you also can't ask her to stop her hobby.
Yes.
That I think that would be a deal breaker probably on her end.
Yeah, absolutely.
You should be happy she has a hobby. A lot of people don't have hobbies. That's cool. That's cool. She's invested in something, has a passion about something.
It's not in any way of her expressing her sexuality. It's her expressing her culture. So, but take lessons. All right, stick with us. We got another issue coming up. Just thinking about the golf again. Now I'm like, the fact that you just said, are you going to golf at these places? I'm like, oh man, I hope Marion doesn't. I would love it if Marion won, but I hope they don't, because there's no way I'm getting on that golf course.
It is literally one of the best golf courses in the entire nation. It might win.
And Aronimink, same thing. There's no way I'm getting on that golf course.
I don't
Spring
know.
Haven.
Pull some strings, Monica.
Spring Haven, they've been so sweet to me and have let me on. But like Overbrook, I have some friends there. They might be able to get me on. The rest of them are somewhat inclusive, but like Lanark, I don't know. Aronimink, I don't know how I would get on.
Jenna's got the Lanark connection.
Yes, she does, Fran. Mm-hmm. Fran's my BFF.
Yeah.
Paxton Hollow, I know I could get on. But yeah, there's a few here that are super exclusive.
Well, hopefully the people that vote If they like it, they can get you on because clearly they've golfed there before.
Yeah, but the really good ones that are most likely going to win are not letting me on that golf course.
Unless one of their members is voting and they can hook you up.
That's true. All right. So.
All right, issue 2. We've got Charlie from Chichester. I'm a dad, and I'm curious as to what you think my move should be taking my daughter to a restroom. I think the move is taking my daughter to the women's room and announcing what I'm doing. Most women seem to understand since it seems inappropriate to have my daughter around men while they are using the urinals. I don't have a daughter. I've never had to think about it, nor do I have a kid who's actually using a potty yet. So I want to hear your take on this.
So I brought this issue to the Delco Duo only because I saw this on Instagram. A dad had brought this up, and he says that's what he does. And I was shocked by this because I've always just taken, when it comes to bathrooms, I take my kids into the women's room, and I'm like, oh my God, I feel so bad for dads. What do they do? Because I feel so safe. I just bring my kids into the women's, and it's like the women's room is more than just a bathroom. It is not a gathering, but it's like a safe place. You know what I mean? You go in there, there's kids of all ages in there. You know, it's like a reset kind of place. Yep. I feel so bad that dads don't necessarily feel like it's a safe place that they can bring their, like, even kids into, especially their daughters. Yeah. You should not be bringing your daughter into a men's room.
And so you think the dad should take...
But I don't...
But also, like, a grown man going into a women's room.
I would be so mad.
It just is also, like, I get it, but also, like, sir, you don't belong here.
No.
And, like, I don't know. Who's to say there's not a weird man out there who's using...
that as an excuse.
Yes. You know?
So...
What is
my original... Do? What does my husband do? I don't know what my husband does. Yeah. I don't think he's necessarily...
A lot of places also have family restrooms, too. At this point.
Nowadays, there should be family restrooms everywhere you go. Yes. And that's what...
And truly, we will use a family restroom just in the sense of, like, we've got 2 in diapers. My husband and I can tag team. Like, you know, like someone making sure my toddler's not putting his hands in the toilet while I'm changing a diaper. Like, we'll use a family restroom just to help the cause.
But I do think the problem is family restrooms now, because everybody's going into them with multiple kids, multiple family members, they're being used for a very long time. Like, you're not going in there for just even a
sometimes the whole family's going to the bathroom. Yeah.
You're not going in there for just 3 to 4 minutes.
Right.
You're going in there for 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
Because you've got multiple family members, multiple changes. Sometimes something wrong happens, and now all of a sudden you've got, you know, pants and shirts being changed.
Yeah.
And so the family restroom sometimes is not an option.
Right.
What I would love to see happen is a father taking his daughter into the men's room, saying everybody out so that there's no other men in the room, taking her into the men's room and saying, hey guys, I'm coming into the men's room, everybody out. They go in, having someone stand in the front, make sure no other men come in.
Bringing my little girl in here.
Bringing in my little girl.
Yeah.
2 seconds. It's going to take 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Let her go to the bathroom without seeing anything, and then bringing her out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I feel bad if that's what it would take.
That's tough, yeah.
Yeah. But that's would be my only thinking. Almost turning the men's room into a family restroom.
Yeah. Or, yeah, I mean, you would have to ask a lot of places to do this, but maybe make urinals a little more private. You know what I mean? I know that that's not the concept of them, but I don't know. Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, urinals, I feel like, are a thing of the past, aren't they?
I also never understood. I'm not going to lie. I don't understand. In most bathrooms, it seems, I've never really been in a lot of men's bathrooms, but the urinals also seem closest to the door. So when someone opens a door to go in,
immediately that's what you see.
We can see them all standing there going to the bathroom. Wouldn't you put that back?
Every time a men's bathroom door is open, I sometimes will just turn my head just to...
or you're just walking towards...
And I don't mean to look, but immediately
why are the urinals closest to the door?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. It's so odd.
Like there's at least one stall in there.
The first thing you should see, one, is washing the hands. Mm-hmm. That's what... Engineer. I'm an engineer and I'm designing a bathroom. Wash hands. Then it should be the toilet stalls. Mm-hmm. Then the urinal should be way in the back.
Yep.
Way in the back.
I don't know.
I shouldn't see the booties of the men.
I hope people aren't dropping their pants. That seems like Seems like grown men should be a different way if that's what you're saying.
Sometimes I feel like that's.
But it just feels invasive, you know? Regardless.
But anyway.
I hope you're not
Wild
seeing
times.
man booties.
All right, coming up, we've got one of our own issues. Stay with us. And welcome back. The reason last issues person, their name was Charlie from Chichester, is someone wrote in and said, "Did you know that Chichester is a part of Delco?" I was like, yes, I do.
Oh, they feel like you were.
Maybe I wasn't including Chichester enough in the
the names and
the
things.
names.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. And I was like, yes, I do know Chichester is a part of Delco.
There you go, Chichester.
There you go.
You're included.
But thanks for writing in, because now you got
Charlie from Chichester.
Charlie from Chichester. All right, let's get to one of our own issues.
What's Monica crying about?
So recently, getting very involved in my kids' school, and I absolutely love it. Love to be involved. I don't know if you know that about me.
Monica has FOMO like no one I've ever met.
It's gotten me into trouble.
Well, it does. Sometimes she's like overwhelmed or exhausted. I'm like, well, you've signed yourself up for literally everything. And in her mind, she can't possibly miss it.
It's getting to the point now where it's no good. Coaching, Eugene's coaching, I'm coaching.
She's in a book club. She loves her neighborhood a little too much. She's got a lot going on.
Yeah, no, tonight or the other night, Eugene had a meeting for coaching. I had, like PTA meeting and book club all in one night.
Yeah, that couldn't be me.
And we only have 2 kids. I can't imagine people with
well, book club's an unnecessary thing that you're involved. There's nothing.
No,
to do with
it's
your
not. Kelsey, that's an unnecessary thing. Anyway, so when they asked me to be on these like boards and stuff, I was like, oh yeah, sure, no problem. I just said, I would love to be involved.
Yes.
Love it. And my mom goes, well, Mom, you got to be careful. You're expected to donate.
If you're on like a school board.
Yeah, school board or PTA.
Okay.
Kind of thing. And I had no idea that.
Well, one, your kids do go to private school. I don't know if that translates public school.
Oh, yeah.
But you
story.
went to private school, so your mom would know.
Yes. Yes, and
because
they were.
For me, I don't know that. Like I grew up going to public school. I don't know that public schools. They're also not as funded by donor as much as
Yes.
private.
Yes, and my parents were very involved in my schooling too.
So your mom's warning you.
My mom is warning me, and she's like, well, you get involved, you're going to be donating. And I was like, but I thought I was donating time.
Yeah.
And she's like, yes, and your monies. And I was like, oh, no, I'd rather just, I thought that the whole point is I'm giving of my time. That's what I can do. You know what I mean? Because I've been seeing a lot on Instagram, and it's like, when they ask you to donate or to be the coach or something, and you're more of a Venmo mom.
Ah, okay.
I feel as though I'm more of the coaching or
You're like, I want to give time.
I want to give time.
Yeah.
It's not that
Do
we're
your kids do a lot of
broke,
fundraisers
but-
for their schools?
Yes.
But then how are you, or if they're selling something, are you
I'll give, but not
but are you gonna take them around the neighborhood to sell?
no, I don't like doing that either.
See, my mom was
don't.
always the mom who if we had to sell something, my mom's like, how much are you supposed to raise? And if they were $100, mom's like, here's a check, $100. She rather than go through all the hoops and her
Yes.
selling it, delivering it. Cause back then you used to do a lot of that. I don't know what they do now, but my
Yes.
mom was always seems inconvenient. Here, we'll do it this
Your
way.
mom was ahead of her time, because that's now what a lot of kids are doing.
Yeah.
Is the parents are just writing that check.
Yeah.
Sending it in. We don't go door to door anymore. I don't even really ask my parents.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll ask grandparents.
Or I can remember,
That's it.
I know my dad used to sometimes take my stuff, because I was part of a dance studio and we would raise money.
Yeah.
And he would take that to work and pass it around the office and people would buy, but
Yes.
no one does that here.
No one does that. They have and I guess that's maybe what they're talking about for raising money at the school, but I don't even do that, and maybe I should now that they're asking me to be a part of these things. But they have those wrapping paper things.
Oh yeah. You sell wrapping paper. Yep.
Oh, I don't do that. I don't do that with the kids.
Do you have to do it?
No, they don't. They don't require that.
Okay.
But I don't even do that because I don't feel like bothering my family with those like wrapping paper
Monica's
things.
really into just giving her time and no money. She's not even asking
See,
people
now-
for their money.
See, I've been feeling really good about the amount of time I was giving. I was giving a
They don't
lot
want
of
time, Monica. They want funds.
Oh, that's probably why they're like, we're gonna have a meeting about your involvement. You're involving a lot of
So
time.
what will you, if they tell you that they need you to contribute more financially, what will you do? Will you say,
I'll say, all right, how much? Like, what am I not financially giving enough of?
they know they're coming to the right person because
Right.
Monica doesn't love to say no. to
Yes,
things.
I will say, I'm
She
so
will go-
sorry.
You go
had
home
to
and
come
break the
to me.
news to Eugene and be like, sorry,
Yes.
we are now spending X amount of money donating to the school.
You know that cute little budget I set up for us? Scratch that budget and let's start over again. But yeah. So,
well, it looks like Monica's a part of the PTA now.
love to be involved. Love to be involved. All right, let's get right now to our trivia. This is a good one. Still with golf.
Okay.
I wanted to go.
Got a theme here.
All right. Claimed as one of the United States' earliest golf courses, which is Delco's first and oldest golf club.
All right, we are back with your trivia question. So, claimed as one of the United States' earliest golf courses, which is Delco's first and oldest golf club? And the answer is the Springhaven Club. It was founded in 1896 with a rich history as the first club designed by a female, Ida Dixon, who laid out the course in 1904. This is really cool. I also said she probably wasn't even allowed to golf there.
Right?
Men's
Here's a picture
only.
of the early Springhaven Club. That is a really interesting point that she probably laid it out and then was like, wow, I designed a really cool club I'll never golf on in 1904.
Yep.
But so really, some really cool facts here. The original family membership dues were $395, which I actually thought was kind of a lot for back then.
Yeah. I'm sure it was.
1904.
I mean, golf, I feel like, has always been prestigious and expensive.
Yes. It says dues were modest. I'm like, that doesn't sound that modest for back then. For Springhaven, it was originally called, it was a Springhaven Farm. It was a dairy farm originally, leased from a farmer. That's really cool.
It is cool.
Yeah. So anyway, that is the history of Springhaven, and I just can't believe how old that is. Like 1896.
Yeah. One of the oldest in
The U.S.
the U.S. in Delco. Very cool.
and the oldest in Delco.
Yeah.
But me, I've golfed there plenty of time. And it does not seem old. It is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Gorgeous, yeah.
All right.
Beautiful amenities. Someone who's golfed a handful of times.
Top tier in Monica's book. The money she's given to Springhaven to golf, she'll be given now to the PTA, so you won't see her anymore. Sorry.
Can't golf there anymore. All right. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you have any concerns, issues that you would like to talk to us about, email us delcoduo@phl17.com.
Vote on the courses.
Yes, vote on the courses. Look up for my Instagram. That's where you'll find it. Bye.
Nice plug.
Yeah. Instagram.